Welcome to the first My Guide Marbella Weekly of the spring. Now, with all these restrictions that have been coming our way over the last year, you definitely wouldn't be to blame if you feel like you're in a bit of a rut, and that this rut that you're in is maybe got to be the new normal. Self-motivating yourself though is really tough as well. So we thought we'd share with you a few ideas and inspiration to lift your spirits. There's nothing better to lift those spirits by learning something new, learning a new talent. And even with the COVID regulations that are in place now, one-to-one teaching is absolutely possible. So here's a few ideas about some one-to-one classes with some fabulous teachers that you can find here in Marbella. Let's face it, we are here in Spain, so why not get a bit of Latino rhythm going in those bones? Nico Valiente has a private dance school and he offers fantastic one-to-one lessons in salsa, bachata, rumba and all those other Latino dances that get the heart pumping. Maybe you'd also want to take up a new sport. Paddle is the Marbella sport if you're going to choose one. Now there's paddle courts all along the coast, but one that My Guide Marbella particularly loves because we sponsor it is the Real Club de Paddle Marbella. Just behind the old Sisu Hotel in Nueva Andalusia. Now lockdowns have meant for quite a lot of cooking at home, but maybe your talents in the kitchen aren't really up to scratch, or you've been letting one person in the family do all the cooking. So getting some lessons with an expert chef at the food room with either Mariola herself or one of her team could be just what you're looking for. For those of you that love the great outdoors but also want a bit of sporting activity, then horse riding is without a doubt the thing for you. Now there's horse riding academies all along the coast, but the Happy Horse Riding Academy is one that offers super experiences for beginners, so first time riders, as well as those of you that might be a bit more experienced. Once you've got a few of those Latino rhythms going in the body, you may also need to speak a little bit of the lingo. So if you don't know any Spanish yet, or maybe it's pretty rusty, and let's face it should be a lot better, then you need some Spanish lessons. There are some brilliant teachers that will do one-to-one in person and or online too. And the Language House is somewhere that you can learn that. Lastly, why not learn something that's also really useful? Anne Halpney, who's also known as the Costa Midwife, offers first aid courses, something that's certified, so you'll come away with a fantastic certificate that can be used in the future, and she will offer that on a one-to-one or a small group basis. Now, if it's not one-to-one and learning that you're craving, but it's actually just a bit of culture, then a day trip into Malaga is an absolute must. There are so many museums, which if you're a bit like me and a little bit of a museum junkie, you're just spoilt for choice. There's art museums, there's motor museums, there's wine museums, the list really does go on. And it can also be a family activity too. It doesn't need to just be for the grown-ups. So also a plus, Malaga is open till 9:30 in the evening. The restaurants can open a little later. So make a full day of it, have a morning or afternoon in one or two of the great museums in Malaga, and then finish it up with a dinner. And lastly, don't forget to keep your eyes on our What's On calendar. There's always tons of information on there, and there's venues starting to open up now that spring is in the air. The fabulous Luma Beach is going to be open on the east side of Marbella this weekend, as is La Milla on the Golden Mile. I hope you have an amazing week and enjoy trying something new.